I grew up in this little slice of heaven, a beautiful creek with a waterfall and a swimming hole, and it turned into this deadly force. Hey, I'm Mason Heaston, and this is Eric, my husband, and I am a born and bred Watauga County resident. I'm a 1992 graduate of Watauga High School and grew up in Valle, Crucis.
I'm with her. Well, leading into late September, I think it was the 23rd of September, I was out with some friends and we were getting a trail prepared for a picnic area, and we knew that rain was coming, so we wanted to move the picnic tables in pretty quickly. The rain came.
The rains kept coming and the wind started blowing, and when we woke up on September 27th, our power was flickering and we could tell something was not right. The rains were getting heavier and heavier, and I got a text from one of my cousins who lives up Junaluska, and he said, "It's getting bad. I'm trying to get off the mountain. Everybody be safe. I love you." And it felt kind of final, and we realized this is significant. Something significant is happening. The rain stopped at about 1 o'clock, and we realized, okay, it's time to venture out and figure out what does our community look like and what are we going to face after this. This community really came together. It was very clear that the only place in the entirety of Valle Crucis that got a cell phone signal was at the Valle Crucis Conference Center. We started all wandering up there on foot or in cars, and we were all just trying to get a glimpse of a signal. And it turned out that the conference center turned into a gathering spot for the entire community. It's a gift, and the bells chime at Conference Center every hour, and we hear it, and it's a reminder of the faithfulness of God and of the strength of community. You know, outside of on our own property, losing some trees, losing the creek bed, we've really experienced more life than loss. But the greatest loss that we have experienced is the loss of our daughter's school and my school, Valle Crucis Elementary. It is no longer a place of safety and meeting for our kids, and so the school had to be divided. But with the help of Dr. Smith and Dr. Alexander, it has been just such a blessing to see how these kids and these teachers are making the most of a really bad situation. The greatest silver lining, in August, they get to move into a brand new school.
A storm like this really brings your neighbors together. We had a friend in particular whose home was surrounded by water on all sides, and she happens to have a dog that's one of our dog's best friends. They're buddies, and her dog just had the hardest night, was scared to death. And, you know, we think about the friendship between humans as being, you know, a real great healer, and that's true. But what's been really interesting is the relationship that our two dogs have had. Fortunately, anytime there's a rain now, her dog still gets frightened, very skittish, and yet every morning, right after drop off for school, the dogs get together and you see a little bit of life and happiness and play. And there's a sense that what's happening with the dogs is very much what's happening slowly in our community as well.
As I think back to the past 6 months, life is different now than it was when I grew up. Everybody has a cell phone. Everyone drives in their driveway and closes their front door. And you just don't live alongside your neighbors the way you used to. And I would say, as a result of Helene, we know neighbors that we had never met face to face. We served alongside neighbors who I've known my whole life. It's been a beautiful sight to see neighbors helping neighbors helping neighbors. And we just have been neighbors in the truest sense of the word. And I think that's one of the greatest gifts that's come out of Helene.